I'm going to allow each one of the candidates to have an opening statement, and then we'll get right into the questions.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you, Pat, for hosting this debate and the residents that are looking to this debate right now. My name is Elvin Dominici Encarnacion. I'm a proud Latino that came to this country 25 years ago with my family, or what we call pursuing of the American dream. My family have ties too close to this community. My kids grew up here. They were born in Christ Hospital. The same place that unfortunately we have to say goodbye to my brother, who also died for a brain tumor back in 1992. And myself, starting from working in a car wash to be able to earn 2 masters from St. Peter University. So my commitment to work hard and determination got me there, but also the opportunity to be in this wonderful country. So at this time, I stand before you to represent the community that welcomed my family and I here. I believe, like my colleagues looking around, we have a big problem with garbage everywhere, not being picked up, not even in time. The service is horrible. We have a problem with the infrastructure of the streets, which are not well maintained. We also have problems with the affordability of the district, where people that have lived and worked deep for years, decades, their whole life, are being displaced because developers are coming in and they're not providing affordable housing. I want to work with the community to provide more policing, to make sure that you get a chance to stay in this beautiful city and work together to make a better future for the families. What I can tell you is you can look at different qualities, whether it's professional, whether it's you live here for a long time or not. But the best quality that you can have is truly love this community, is listening to the residents, is really be accountable only to the people of the ward. And my job is going to be to do that. My dream is to become the best public servant, not an elected official, but the best public servant that this community ever had. So I'm running for city council, and with Bill O'Day, who I believe is the best candidate to be mayor, somebody that is born and raised in Jersey City, who has been proven to be helping this community for the last 35 years. And I'm running in the ballot 1C, and I hope to count with your support and your trust. Thank you.
I was going to start with Christ Hospital, Heights Hospital situation, but I was told to start with parking from many people I was talking to as I prepared for this debate. And being a Heights guy, yes, parking is an issue.
Wish.
Elvin?
So
How am I going to do it?
So listen, I really agree with most of what my colleagues that are running for city council said. But the bottom line, either if we improve public transportation, we're still going to have a lot of cars in the city. So something that I'll be looking into, and we ran some numbers, is building public parking. There is a space available in front of the JCPD right on Central Avenue. We can build a multi-level parking space there where residents can stay overnight and pay a small fee. It can cost between $8 to $9 million. We can get some grant from the states. We can issue some munis for the municipality, and the city can cover it. Then we can create some employment. Some people can work there to maintain it, to clean it, to keep it available. So as far as the enforcement, it's a big problem. We got to make sure that, as Catherine said, we got people coming daily to make sure that people are parking right. We got to mark the parking on the street, making sure that people are not taking 2 and 3 parking spaces. Something that is very important that I have known through conversations while campaigning is, it's been prohibited for I don't know how long. People that have access to parking to their properties that they call illegal. I don't know, it's because the ordinance in place is not allowing it. It's because
we have a moratorium on carports in Jersey City. I can't have a driveway in front of my house, but the person who built the house across from me,
exactly. Especially the new developers coming to town. They are allowed to build new parking spaces, and we got residents that are suffering for years that have been asking for this to be renewed. So when I get elected and I next council person, we're going to look to this ordinance to make sure that those spaces that are available for properties that got the space, they can use it for parking. It's going to be a process. It's not going to be easy, but we're going to have the right leadership to make it happen.
But next question. With the new construction in Jersey City, like every other house is being knocked down and new, every one of those new houses now have a driveway that take a parking spot off the street. Would you be in favor of not allowing the driveways? If they're buying houses like my house, I have no driveway, nor can I put one in with the present rules in Jersey City. But they can knock my house down and put a driveway in, and build a new house and put the driveway in. And on my block on Congress, and a lot of blocks in the Heights, you lost a ton of parking spots to driveways where they have a dedicated parking spot now. Would you be in favor of not permitting those driveways. Oh, actually, should probably start with somebody. Let's go with Ellen. Go ahead. We'll start with you. Good idea there, Catherine. Go
Well,
ahead.
I just want to say off the bat, asking a question about parking cannot be only so absolute with public transportation. It's just ludicrous to say everybody right now in Jersey City Heights, listen, sell your car and don't use it anymore and wait until we get a concrete plan how we're going to bring public transportation in order to solve the problem. Now, the reality is this. People in the Heights need parking spaces, and we need a place to park our cars. Well, people are asking or talking about promises that they cannot fulfill because they don't have a concrete plan how to make it happen. We're talking about to find a permanent solution that is going to stay there for years, a multi-level parking space, at least one, because we don't have any other space to do more parking. I know there were conversations to do a multi-parking space behind Burger King, but that's, it's a different story. We have to find ways to help our community right now. Now, when we talk about allowing people to, with the new constructions and developers to get, the driveways, what I say is they are allowed to do that. We certainly have to allow the people that are in our city that have been living for many years, that have been fighting to have their own parking spaces, they should be also allowed to park the cars and the properties. I'm not saying we got to take away everything for the developers, but we also have to work with the community and the people that live in our community that have been asking for years to allow them to park in the properties. And that's a solution that we got to gather together and make it happen. That's what I believe.
I agree with you. Elvin, I want to go to intermission, but go ahead, Evan. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to raise my hand. I'm not going to talk over other people. So look, I think people want to just put in a little case the parking debt. I mean, New York is the mecca of the planet. They have the best, or they're working to have the best public transportation, and they have many multi-level parking spaces there for people that come and visit. So I don't believe that we need to be extreme on one point. I completely support a long-term, idea or projects that can provide more public transportation and help the community overall. So how long do the people of Ward D needs to wait to get parking available? How long do the people that have the spaces, not for housing in their properties, that have been fighting to get in a space to park their cars, need to wait to be allowed to do so? So it's very mature to try to put an idea in a box just because it provides a solution right now, which none of these candidates are saying it because they're scared to say it. A parking multi-level in Central Avenue, which is at the middle of the business area, is going to be profitable, it's going to provide jobs, and it's going to provide parking overnight for the residents of Jersey City.
All right, we need parking in the Heights. In the Heights we drive, as you can see by all the cars everywhere. All right, we're going to break for intermission for about 5 minutes. We're back. Ward D, Council Debate 2025. I'm Pat O'Meara, I'm your moderator, and we have 5 of the candidates who are looking to get your vote. Remember, early voting begins on the 25th, Saturday of October, and you can vote, of course, right up to January 4th. November 4th, January 4th. November 4th. All right, let's continue. Our next question will be Christ Hospital / Heights Hospital. It's precariously in the position of possibly closing. Elvin, do we give $25 million to HRH?
Well, I don't think that's going to solve the problem if the complete debt is going to be $60 million per year. But what I can tell you, somebody like me that have a personal attachment to this place where I saw my kid to be born and also my family saw my brother to leave this planet, to a better life. We have to do much better for the community of Ward D and the residents. We got to brainstorm exactly how we can sell this hospital and hold, especially the new ownership that within 6 months are coming back asking for money accountable.
6 months?
I mean,
less than a month.
Well, less than a month. I'm sorry. Less than a month. So this is what we need to do. We got to go and see the numbers. I'm a guy. I have a master in accounting and finance, so I cannot say exactly how this is the whole as far as the debt, but we got to see exactly how much it is, whether this is just made up or this is actually a reality, and then we need to find ways to hold them accountable. If the state is going to bail them out, we need to have in place exactly what they need to do to make sure that the hospitals stay open, provide the health services to the community, keep the doctors, the nurses, and the people that work there that depend on the jobs available so they can work and provide the services to the residents of Ward D.
Trash pickup in Jersey City. We have a contract that has to be renewed, probably costing the city between pickup and tipping fees where they dump the garbage, about $42 million a year. Should we go into another agreement with the one responder so far, or should we go in-house and do transportation pickup. All right, I'll let you go. Transportation, trash pickups ourselves. Elvin, we're going to do in-house or a contract?
Patrick, I can tell you, I'm the only candidate that have a realistic, concrete plan to solve this problem. I'm happy to see that Patrick changed his mind from bringing it in-house to saying maybe it's not a good idea. Last time we spoke about the issue, he said that he wanted to bring it in-house. Now, I spoke directly with one of the DPW directors. Only to do recycling, to bring it in-house, it's going to cost between $90 to $100 million. So where are we going to find this money to solve the problem right now? Because the residents of Ward D and Jersey City want to know when this problem is going to be resolved. They don't want to wait a long-term plan. So this is what we plan to do. We're going to provide 180 containers with a cover throughout the whole district. We're going to bring back the Neighborhood Improvement Division that is going to hire people to work on the street. I want them to come at least twice a day to collect the garbage on the street, to put it inside the containers, and to pick it up and take it away. What it's going to allow us to do, and that's the vision that I have, if we keep the streets clean, we can allow people realistically to do sweepers of the street, to clean the street at least once a week, so people don't need to be moving parking one time at a time. So that is going to cost the 180 containers about $500,000. Bringing the people to work, it can be between $700,000. Now, I want to divide also the city in 4 different zones and open the bid for different companies where they're going to be held accountable, meaning if there is a complaint, they need to sit down with the city council, with the community, and they need to answer those complaints. And that way we know that we have a reliable system. We want a pilot program for 6 months to a year to see who's doing better. Whoever doesn't qualify and do the things that they need to do, they just get fired. It's the bottom line. We got to think about reality, bringing tangibles, solutions to this problem. It's very easy, and I've seen this before. Promising because it sounds good. At the end of the day, who is the candidate that has an actual plan that can solve the problem right now? Not long term, because I believe if we plan it out 10 years from now to bring the in-house garbage in, maybe we can do it, but we have to save money. We got to find place in the budget where we can cut expenses. But right now, what are you going to tell the people of Ward D? You got to wait, and we're going to see if we can bring it in-house? No, that's not an answer.
Affordability in Jersey City. We got, what's the budget now? $750 million? I got a school budget.
744.57. 744.57.
That was close.
How many cents? How many
I got a
cents?
school budget that's $1 billion plus.
Point
We
one.
talk about affordable housing, we want affordable housing, but you need affordable Jersey City first. How do we cut the expense in Jersey City? You got to look at the budgets on both entities. What do? Elvin?
So I see so many friends and family being displaced and moved out of Jersey City because of the affordability crisis that we're facing. I'm completely honest. If I wasn't a homeowner myself, likely I wouldn't be in Jersey City. So it's a few things that we can do. Number one, we want to provide or require the new developers coming into our neighborhood at least to increase it from 10%, which is what we have right now, to 20% affordable. And we want to do average and medium low income. So people that earn between 45 to 50,000 can stay in the city, like the new police officers that get hired in our community. We want to make sure also that we collect the 1% payroll tax. Any new multinationals that are in downtown, any businesses, we want to make sure that they collect that, because that's not being enforced, so we can collect more resources, and that we can help to have more funding in-house, and we can use those resources. Also, I agree with my colleagues, right to counsel is very important. We want to make sure that tenants' rights are protected. We want to keep enforcing that. Also, we do have, I don't know, Pat, if you know, rent controls ordinance in Jersey City.
We have.
But they are not being enforced, and developers are taking advantage of that. You know, and you see the cases like the 336 New York Avenue. They were putting dead fish throughout the property to get the tenants out, and they were being abused just to trying to get them out and start building new lost condos. I also agree, we got over 900 abandoned properties in Ward D that we can do eminent domain. We can start building some affordable housing. And
We have 900 abandoned properties in Ward D?
throughout.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a lot. I got a report from what the RNA, the director of development, I think his name is Kurt, and he provided me the list of these different. There is one right next to Riverview Park, which is being abandoned for the last 15 years.
Oh, we should go after that.
So,
Okay.
so we got to make sure that we do better for our community. And provide more affordable housing through affordable housing, especially for the working families in our community.
Bike lanes. Bike lanes. This is a good topic for all of us. The Manhattan Avenue bike lane. I assume you're all aware of that and what they're talking about doing, making Manhattan Avenue a one-way going east, Franklin Street a one-way going west, to put a bike lane in front of the Stop and Shop, cutting down the turning radiuses for fire trucks and rigs. Alvin?
Well, I said it before, I support protect the bike lanes. I supported the master plan that started in 2018. But what I'm not supporting is to already saying I'm 100% buying to do and protect the bike lanes without talking to the community. I don't know if you remember not long ago when this plan came up, there were a lot of people in the Central Avenue, business owners and throughout the community that were really upset because people were pushing this project without really having community meetings. What I would do as your next council person, first, I make sure that we go to the community. We're gonna put notices out in different languages. So if you're Arabic, you can understand it. If you're Hindu, Indian, you can understand it. If you're Latino, you can understand it. So you have an opportunity to come up to this meeting and you can tell to the city government, you know what, this is something that I want to see in my community, or this is something that I do not want to see. Then when we agree on, instead of just saying, yes, let's just go, let's do it. We need to do a study and a pilot to see actually it's going to do what it's promising that it's going to do. It's going to protect, it's going to be better for pedestrian safety, it's going to do all these wonderful things that are being promised. At the end of the day, we got to be more inclusive of the residents of Ward D in the decision making of all these big projects. And anybody that stands here saying, yeah, I'm 100% doing that, is talking about their own personal perspective without taking into consideration the people, the taxpayers, and the people that they say they want to serve. So I'll be very skeptical about that.
Weed shops in the Heights. Do we have enough of them?
Oh my God.
My God, on Central Avenue, there's got to be about 8 of them. You know, somebody's got to go out of business. Why? Can we control this better? You know, if you put 8 McDonald's on Central Avenue, guess what? They're not all going to survive.
Yeah.
Elvin.
I'm tired to see these businesses in Ward D. It is so sad because they are not in compliance to be the distance for schools. They are too close to each other. They're everywhere. You know how many summer camps we have for the city of Jersey City this year? Zero. How many weed shops we have throughout the world? It's insane. If you go down to Tonelli Avenue, there are like 5 or 6 within a mile. So, I mean, I understand they are business owners too, and they're trying to make a profit. I mean, we got to find ways to see. I know this may not be only related to the city government here. We're working with the state. Maybe they can transfer the license to different places or different cities, and that way they don't lose money, because I understand they invest a lot of money to start these businesses, but at the end of the day, we got to protect our community and our children, and I don't want to see more of these weed shops throughout the world. I'm tired, honestly tired of these businesses. We got to focus on providing more programs for the kids and teens to do so they can stay off the streets. And this business, sooner or later, because of the competition, they're going to be closing. Because there is no way, there's no one
food places, but no, it doesn't seem to be helping the food places and not having all these weed shops.
Yeah.
But no, I agree. It's a bad look, and it's too much heavy concentration on Central. And we've got a few, 2 or 3 of them on Congress Street now. You can get to the closing statements. Ed.
The residents of Ward D have a very easy decision to make coming November 4th. You need to ask yourself, out of all the candidates that are here right now, who is the person that has been helping for the last 15 years this community? Who has been there whenever there is a call with an issue within our residents? I'm proud to say, out of everybody that I want to wait to get elected to start helping and creating legislation or helping affordability, all those things, I'm the only one that have been picking up the phone right now and for the last 15 years to help the people of Ward D. I was there when there was an issue with pedestrian safety in 2013 in the corner of Summit and Poplar Street. We collected petitions and we got a traffic light. We didn't need to be an elected official to actually help people, because something that I know about helping, you don't have to be an elected official to do it. You just need to have the will and the love for the community. And what I can tell you is this: actions speak louder than words. Anybody in this podium can promise you the word, the stars, everything that you want to hear. But likely is, who has the better plan to achieve these solutions that we need right now? Who's the person when this gets tough and nobody's able to get in the same page, is going to be able to do the right decisions? Not because they have an affiliation with a political machine like the DSA or with other candidates. But at the end of the day, you have to know who's the right person for the job. And I'm humble and happy to serve all the residents of this community. My name is Elvin Dominici Encarnacion, a Latino from the Dominican Republic that came to this country to work for his American dream, which is able to do it, running with Bill O'Day, who is the person that knows more about affordable housing, and I'll be happy to serve you coming November 4th.
All right, Veronica. I hope we gave you the information to make an informed vote again. Early voting starts on October the 25th, right through on November the 4th. So please go out and vote.